Imagine a war that ended before your morning coffee got cold. A war so short it didn't even last a single hour. This is the incredible, true story of the Anglo-Zanzibar War, the shortest war in recorded human history, clocking in at just 38 minutes. And it all ignited because one man absolutely refused to leave a palace. The year is 1896. We're in the tropical paradise of Zanzibar, a vibrant island off the coast of East Africa. For decades, this place was a global trading powerhouse, renowned for its spices, ivory, and, tragically, its role in the slave trade. But beneath its stunning beauty, Zanzibar was a crucial piece on the colonial chessboard, caught in the great game between European empires, particularly Great Britain. The delicate balance of power was maintained through a pro-British sultan, Hamad bin Thuwaini. But on August 25th, he died suddenly and under suspicious circumstances. Before the British could even react, his cousin, Khalid bin Bargash, seized the throne in a swift palace coup. There was just one massive problem: the British did not approve of him. They saw him as a threat to their interests and control over the region. The British authorities in Zanzibar, led by Consul Basil Cave, didn't waste any time. They immediately demanded that Khalid step down and allow their hand-picked, more compliant candidate, Hamad bin Mohammed, to take the throne. Khalid, however, was not about to be pushed around. He defiantly refused. Instead of surrendering, he doubled down, barricading himself inside the magnificent royal palace. He wasn't alone. He had amassed a force of roughly 2,800 loyal soldiers, along with several artillery pieces, and even an armed royal yacht, the HHS Glasgow, anchored in the harbour. He was ready for a fight. Seeing Khalid's resolve, the British issued a final, non-negotiable ultimatum. At 7 a.m. on August 27th, a message was delivered: surrender, lower your flag, and leave the palace by 9 Nausea. Fakin, or you will face the full might of the Royal Navy. 5 powerful British warships were already positioned in the harbour, their guns aimed directly at the palace. As the clock ticked towards the deadline, the tension was unbearable. What was Khalid's response to this threat? He simply reinforced the palace gates and, in a final act of defiance, raised his flag even higher. The deadline of 9 a.m. came and went. For 2 agonizing minutes, an eerie silence hung over the harbour. Then, at precisely 9:02 a.m., the British commander, Rear Admiral Harry Rawson, gave the order. The warships, HMS St. George, HMS Raccoon, and HMS Thrush among them, unleashed a furious bombardment. The sound was deafening. Shells tore through the wooden structure of the palace with devastating force. Within minutes, the building was engulfed in fire and smoke. Khalid's artillery was no match for the modern naval guns and was silenced almost immediately. His soldiers, caught in the inferno, were either killed in the initial blasts or forced to flee in chaos through the city streets. The royal yacht, HHS Glasgow, tried to engage the British fleet but was quickly sunk. By 9:40 a.m., the palace was little more than a smouldering ruin. The Sultan's flag, which had flown so defiantly, was shot down. The war was over. In the aftermath, the scale of the devastation became clear. In just 38 minutes, over 500 of the Sultan's defenders had been killed or wounded. The British forces, by contrast, suffered only a single casualty. One sailor was lightly injured. The one-sided conflict was a brutal demonstration of overwhelming military power. As for Khalid bin Bargash, he managed to escape the burning palace and fled to the nearby German consulate, where he was granted asylum. With Khalid gone, the British quickly installed their preferred ruler, Hamad bin Mohammed, cementing their control over the island. And so the Anglo-Zanzibar War, the shortest war ever recorded, came to its fiery and abrupt end. It lasted only 38 minutes, a mere blip in the vast timeline of human conflict. Yet for Zanzibar, those few minutes marked the definitive end of its sovereignty and the beginning of a long period under British rule. It's a stark reminder of how quickly power, pride, and imperial ambition can turn a paradise into a battlefield. Because in the grand narrative of history, even the shortest wars can cast the longest and darkest shadows. If you found this story fascinating, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell for more strange and forgotten moments from history. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.